Canada Post mail walk order. What you want to do first is come to Royal LePage. Royal LePage is RLP Network, so that's www.rlpnetwork.com. See it up here. What you want to do is go ahead and log in with your username and password. Your username is the same as your email address, and your password is the same as the one you set up for your email address as well. And you'll be brought into this page, which is called the home page. You can see it's the home page tab there, and we're going to go along these sub options here over to suppliers. And at the very bottom, once we get to this page, you'll see that there's a Canada Post supplier. So by coming through this way to arrive at the Canada Post page, sorry, you'll have to go one more step here. You're going to have to actually scroll to the bottom again and click on Create My Order. So by coming through this way to determine to get to the Canada Post page, I should say, it's already going to factor in the discount that you get for being at Royal LePage. So instead of about 15 cents a piece, it's going to be down to about 10 cents a piece. So what we want to do is we want to just go ahead and decide where we're going to send when we're going to send this stuff, and how many pieces we're going to need to get to a neighborhood that we want to send to. So there's a couple things that you'll see. We're right in the order creation form, but right here in the middle, and I'll sort of circle it here with the arrow. You'll see a couple things. You'll see a postal code lookup, and you'll see online maps. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the online maps section. So we're going to click there, and that'll take us into the online maps. And you can see it gives us all the provinces. We are on the Canada Post site now, so it's everywhere. We're going to click on Maps, and in this case, we'll be in Halifax region. And it takes us. You can see it takes us into a map of the HRM. So maybe what we'll do is we'll pick an area that we want to do some searching in, and we'll pick this B4C area here, and that'll be where we want to do our looking. Okay. If you're on a PC, you can actually click on the address here, but in our case, that's not going to work for us. So what we'll do is we'll just remember that we're going to be in the B4C area. I'm working on a Mac, so that's not going to work for us. So B4C is where we're looking for. So I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to come back to urban counts, and we'll go to Nova Scotia urban counts as well. And you'll see if we look at B4C, if we look up B4C, which was actually Lower Sackville, we can click on B4C here, and then you'll see that in B4C it gives us two options. So this tells us all of the number of houses in each of the what are called letter carrier walks. So each postal code, the first three digits of a postal code, are divided up into what are called letter carrier walks. So there's letter carrier 0002, 0003, 004, etc., etc. Okay. There are some other types as well. I don't know what SS and LB stand for, but you can have them delivered to those as well. I think these might be those super boxes, the SS ones. So the ones where people go and they pick up their stuff from the super box. So anyways, what we want to do is we want to come to the LCW map for area B4C. Okay, so we're going to click on LCW map, and you'll see that it opens a different kind of map. And this is a map that's color-coded to match where the letter carrier walks are. So I'll zoom in just a little bit here. And let's say that we wanted to deliver all of our stuff to this little subdivision here, where we have Nicto Drive, we have Sampson Drive, Stokel, all of this little area here. You can see that we can cover as much or as little of that subdivision as we want. So if we wanted to send it to the whole subdivision, we're going to have to send it to a number of different letter carrier walks. And letter carrier walks is as small as you can break it down into. So we would have to send to 0002, SS 0033, LC 003, 004, 09, 05, and even into 06 over here if we wanted to get it to everything in that subdivision. Okay, so we have a number of them there that we would want. So quite literally what I would suggest is you just want to write down those letter carrier walks. So we'll just remember 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and SSO33. If we wanted to send to all of those, we're going to need to send to, that's going to go to the whole subdivision. Okay, so we can back out of this map now. So we're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 33. We come back out, and you can sort of do a manual count here of how many that will actually go to. But if you want, it's easier. We can just close out of this entirely, come back to our map. So we're looking at B4C, and we can just start to create our order. And as we create our order, it'll do an automatic count for us when we just select what we want to send to. So we'll call this sample mail piece, and we'll make them standard size. And I'll just put in my contact information. 2-222-073. You don't need an email address, you can if you want to. You get this little warning just to say that if you don't drop it off today, it won't be delivered tomorrow. Basically, it says it'll go the day after you drop it off. So, so you just need to know where that's the case. So, on this next page, in your creation of your order, it's actually telling you where you need to drop off the pieces that you have. So if you drop it off to this area, this station here, they'll get out the next day. Is basically the way that'll work. If you want, it says that you can drop it off at the one that's indicated above, or you can choose to drop it at a different postal outlet, and it'll take you into this screen, and you just select where it is you want to drop it off. So let's say you wanted to drop it off in Halifax. And then you could search, and it'll tell you that you can choose any of these ones, so Almond Street or Bedford Row in Halifax, and you can drop it off there. And they'll then deliver it over to Topple Drive, and then it'll get delivered out from there. Okay? So here's where we're going to start to calculate the number of properties that we're going to send the mail out to. So in this case, I'm probably going to want to send it to all of the houses and all of the apartments. And apartments includes condos as far as Canada Post is concerned within this area. And you'll see that I've chosen B4C as the one that I want to send to. It's given me a couple of related ones as well that would leak into B4C, but we don't need that. So I'm just going to hit this little, beside the B4C, it's hard to see, there's a little plus sign. You want to hit that and it'll expand out to show me all of the letter carrier walks in B4C. So we're going to choose the ones that we had before, which were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and SS033. Okay? So you can see that what we could have done manually before, just by picking these, if we go down, you can see it's totaled up the total number of properties that this is going to be sent to. And it's eliminated, because we didn't choose it up here, all the farms and businesses. It's only the houses and apartments. Okay? So we have a total of 2,672 houses that this would reach, and 188 apartments in that area, for a grand total of 2,860 total units. Okay? So what we can do now is continue on to figure out how much this is going to cost us. You always put 100 items in a bundle, and so you just determine how many bundles that means you're going to need. So in this case, we would have 28 full bundles and then one extra bundle of 60, so 29 total bundles, and customer supplied container, so we'll just bring them in bags, and we'll go to the next step here. And you'll see on the next step we're going to come to our payment options, and once we hit our payment options, it'll tell us how much we're going to get charged for this specific mail out. So you can see here 2,860 homes again. Price per item is 10.3 cents per, so the subtotal would be $295. There's a seasonality discount, and then there's also a small discount for just doing it online, which brings you down to $263.36, and in this case there's $39 worth of HST on it. So for $302, you're getting your whole order done, and you're getting a mail-out piece out to 2,860 homes. Okay? So what I would suggest is, if you want to investigate where you want to send to, use the tool itself, the Canada Post tool itself. I'll go back a couple pages and just show you the tool again once more. Use this online maps tool, which will bring you to this screen, and then choose the area, the larger area that you want to send it to, with the postal code map. So just use this postal code here, write down the 3 letters that you want there, or you can also just go into the maps and click on the urban counts. And if you know the general area you want to send to, whether it's Halifax or Sackville or Bedford, you can then just choose the postal code that you want to send to there, and then go right into the letter carrier walk map, and it'll tell you how much you're going to spend to send these things. Okay. If you have any questions, you can certainly drop me a line, and I'll happily help you out. Okay. Thanks. Take care.